Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Daily High. I will be your only host, Tone Vase, for a quick 5-10 minute show. I am in mainland China, currently in Xi'an. Tomorrow, I am gonna head to the warriors statues, which is awesome. But I also want to go out and see the city. I got 10 days in mainland China and 5 cities, so it's like every other day I'm on a high speed train for like 4 or 5 hours. All over the place. If you guys are curious on my Chinese itinerary, uh, here's my Chinese itinerary. Started in Beijing, went to the Great Wall. Right now I'm in Xi'an. I just got here today. In 2 days, I'm gonna head over to Chengdu, and I'm gonna go here. This is my itinerary. So this is where I am going in 2 days. I'm gonna go check out this Buddha statue, and right now I am here. Today I walked around the wall. Nope, not there. Here. So this is where I was today, walking around up there on the wall. Really cool. And tomorrow I'm going here. So I'm going here tomorrow. It's gonna be so cool. And then a few days later, I'm also going here. This is like they call it the Avatar Mountains. So I'm going here. And they have like this crazy glass bridge. So this is also one of my stops. So I only have 10 days. So as you can see, my itinerary is totally insane. So I'm gonna walk over this bridge as well. And then 2 days in Shanghai. So that's like Beijing, Xi'an, Chengdu, uh, Jingji, can't pronounce that, and then Shanghai. Each 5 cities, 2 days each. All right, let's go to the charts now that everyone's watching. Guys, nobody should be using the old TI indicator. I don't want to hear any questions about the old TI indicator. Switch to the MRI. No one should be using the old indicator. I decommissioned that like 5 years ago. Switch to the MRI. It has everything the old indicator has, and it fixed a lot of the bugs. Everyone has MRI access that had the old indicator. Just use it. And there's also an educational video on the new indicator too. It's in the group chat for MRI users. Okay. The monthly chart is not interesting. No reason to discuss it. Weekly chart. We are coming up on a weekly MRI buy opportunity. That is coming on Monday. Unless the price goes all the way up, and then we may not get it. Okay. But I don't expect the price to go all the way up. But we have a chance that the bottom is in. Just like I said the other day, there is a chance that the bottom is in. We are looking at an MRI buy coming up, but it is an MRI buy inside consolidation, which is not very, very bullish. On the daily scale, we're rebounding today a little bit. I've been trying to keep up with the geopolitical news, but like I said, I am traveling, one day traveling, next day, like yesterday, I spent about 8 hours hiking the Great Wall. So this is my schedule. Travel to a different part of China, spend all day sightseeing. Travel to a different part of China, spend all day sightseeing. So I wish I could have taken advantage of the bullish trade in oil, but I could not. I did not have the ability to trade. So here's the daily chart. We are still on an MRI declining path. Consolidation, everything is near the bottom. It's really annoying that Bitcoin has been at the same price going on 2 months now. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. I have no opinion on a daily chart. It can really go either way. I like that the weekly chart is on an MRI buy opportunity, so I am bullish on a weekly scale, but on a daily scale, there's nothing here. We're gonna reset in a couple of days. We're gonna have a green one, then a red one, and then who knows. I was hopeful that this could amount to something, but clearly it amounted to nothing. For our chart, we got a green star candle, minorly bullish, but look, we need to break the MRI resistance line at 69,000. If we can't do that, then we're going to break the lows. We keep flirting with this support level between 64 and 66. And if that support level breaks, we're going to fall, and we're going to fall very, very hard. March 18th is coming up. I'm going to be in Thailand when that happens. We're all going to keep an eye on March 18th. Maybe that's the day the Iran war comes to an end. I doubt it. I mean, unless the United States has an unconditional surrender to Iran, the war is not going to end. And I don't expect the United States to do an unconditional surrender. I do expect the United States to completely fall apart because of this war. Like Trump's gonna go to prison, and like, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna. I need to do a geopolitical stream. It's gonna end very, very badly. It's gonna end badly. Uh, Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Gold, as you guys know, I think gold and silver have topped. I mean, if this war hasn't pushed them up, I think they've topped. So the big question is, what happens to oil? So, surprisingly, oil is not breaking any records. Oil, I remember I was working on Wall Street when oil hit $150 a barrel. You can see that the monthly chart tops on an MRI. The secondary, the second highest price oil had in history, it also topped on an MRI. And then it matched that level as a double top over here. This was back in 22. We also hit that level. We topped on extension C. We almost made it to an MRI top, but topped on extension C. And the monthly scale is just getting started. I think the price of oil will break $120 a barrel. We almost broke it this morning. I think we're going to break 150 at some point. I am pretty bullish on the price of oil, which is pretty bearish for the economy. Weekly scale, we had an MRI top, which makes sense for us to do a shooting star candle now. I would be very careful trading oil. Going long right now, you're probably chasing. So I would not go long now. But I can't see oil going below 75. I just can't. It's probably going to close the gap, reset, and start a normal trend higher. S&P markets crashed because war is not that good for business, contrary to what they say. And the stock market is still dealing with a monthly MRI top. And from a weekly perspective, the market looks pretty bearish. We're near all-time highs and now pulling back. Oops. And as I've been stating, from a monthly level, we are on a 1 to 4 month correction. So don't be surprised if the price of S&P goes all the way down to, what are we looking at here? From the top, we can fall 10%. After that, I do think the stock market will reverse and go to new all-time high. The iShares, the tech software index, look at the weekly chart. We're still rising and Bitcoin is doing okay. That's my new correlation. All right, let me look at your live chat and then I'm going to call it a day. I actually want to go back out. Well, MRI is free for you. If you have access to TI, you have access to MRI. Like, it's not free, but if you had the old indicator, you have the new indicator. You go to indicators, you go to, they changed everything around. Here, you go to invite only script, and if you have the TI, you should have the MRI right there. Momentum reversal indicator, MRI. If you find one, you find the other. G7 countries releasing 400 million barrels of reserve, crude reserve. All right, they're going to deplete their reserve, and then they're going to be in the same trouble they're in now. All right, we're going to glance through your live questions. Recent depth cross on a 3-day chart. Yeah, it's not good. 3-day on Bitcoin, I'm assuming. I can glance at it. It's consolidating near the bottom. I don't see any depth crosses. I don't know what moving averages you're using, so it looks bearish. It doesn't look that great. All right, we already checked the oil chart. Can I explain why I use the 128-day moving average? Because it works. What is the significance? It just works. It's one of my favorite moving averages. It just works. I don't want to look at stocks right now. I heard the G7 news, but I am a little behind. I got to try to catch up on all the politics. My DMs on Twitter are not open, so you can't DM me on Twitter. You can tag me. Could it happen that the Fed starts printing money? The Fed, I mean, it can. The Fed rarely prints money. The Fed only prints money to bail out the economy. The Treasury is going to print money. Don't worry. It's the Treasury that prints most of the money. Don't worry. Stop blaming the Fed. The Treasury prints all the money. 90% of all the money that gets printed is the Treasury. The Fed just fixes the Treasury mess. Fed prints very little money. The Treasury prints all the money. All right, guys. That's it for me. Once again, here's my travel map. If I had more than 10 days in China, I would have gone out here, the Tiger Gorge looks awesome. And I also would have tried to go to Gulen, which also looks awesome. I think that's Gulen. Is that Gulen? That's Gulen. Yeah, if I had more than 10 days, I would have also gone to Gulen and Tiger Gorge, but this is my path. Beijing, Xi'an, uh, Chengdu, Zhengzhi, and Shanghai. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Yeah, Trump is probably going to prison. And you know what? I will not be upset about it. Later, guys. Who controls the Treasury? The government, the Senate, and the president. Bye, guys. Yeah, I got China's interesting. I should do a podcast about China after I come back. I'm having a good time, though. I'm enjoying it.